Hello guys, welcome back to my channel in English Academy. Guys, please like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe the channel. Guys, in the last video we have studied about the poetess, the introductions of the poetess Kamala Das and the introduction of the poem My Grandmother's House. Guys, you know that Kamala Das recaptures the sweet and delightful memories of her childhood days in this poem. Guys, this poem was written when Kamala Das living in her house in a metropolitan city. Her here, the poetess remembers her family house of Malabar, where she lived with her grandmother. Guys, her grandmother was a very sweet and affectionate lady. Kamala Das spent her childhood there under the loving care of her grandmother. In her grandmother's house, she led a careful life and she received plenty of love and affection from her mother. It was a life of peace and happiness. Guys, Kamala Das was proud of her spent in her parental house. She had a sense of pride and love. In his poem, Kamala Das remembers those carefree and delightful memories of her childhood days. It can be rightly called a memory poem. Guys, in this poem, Kamala Das presents a sharp contrast between the past and the present, between her childhood and youth. On the oth- on the one hand, she describes her early life spent in her family house at Malabar. On the other hand, she describes her life in a metropolitan city, and in her childhood, Kamala Das lived her grandmother's at Malabar. This was her family house, and she lived there with her grandmother. Her life was happy and peaceful. Guys, after her marriage, Kamala Das lived with her husband. After her marriage, Kamala Das was living with her husband in a big city, but in her city, in this city, her life, but in her city life, she lived among the strangers. She didn't have a sense of pride and love in her city house. She also felt insecure there. She has become like a beggar for love. She knocks at the doors of the strangers to receive love, at least in a small quality. Guys, now in this poem, we will explain one by one line of the poem. So, guys, let's start now. There is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved among books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there to peer through blind eyes of windows, or just listen to the frozen air, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding dog. You can't believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved? I who have lost my way and beg now at stranger's door to receive love, at least in a small change. Guys, in this poem, the poetess present a contrast between her past and her present. There is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. A snake's move among books. I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. Guys, in these lines, Kamala Das remembers her family house, her grandmother's house, where she received a abundant love. That woman, that is Kamala Das' grandmother is now no more. In the first line, the poetess says that her grandmother is now no more. The poet remembers that house because of her happy association with it and the presence of her loving grandmother. Her grandmother showed abundant love and affection on her. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved. Among books, I was then too young to read, and my blood turned cold like the moon. Guys, the poetess says that her grandmother showed abundant love and affection on her. After her grandmother's passing away, that house sank into silence. Now that house is infested with snakes which moved among the books which the poetess as a young child could not read. Guys, the poetess also says that the presence of the snakes filled the poetess with fear and her blood became very chilly like the moon. Next, how often I think of going there to peer through blind eyes of windows or just listen to the frozen air or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom door like a brooding. Guys, in these lines, the poetess sends thought after her grandmother, with whom she portrays the happy, carefree days of her childhood. Now her grandmother is no more. The death of her grandmother leaves the poetess filled with melancholy and pathos. She desires to go to that house and peep into the windows which have colored curtains or panes. Guys, her grandmother's death has rendered her desolate and sorrow stricken. She wants to listen to the frozen air of the house. Guys, she will like to pick a bit of the darkness of that house and take it to her present house where it may lie behind her bedroom like a dog which is watchful sentinel. Next, dog, you can't believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved. I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love at least in a small change. Guys, in the in the last lines of the poem are addressed to her darling husband. She says that she lived in her family home and was proud and loved. These lines are very touching. Once upon a time, she had the sense of pride and love in her grandmother's house. After the death of her grandmother, the poetess has become a beggar for love, death, for love who knocks hopelessly at the stranger's door to get love in a small measure. There is a contrast presented by the poetess in these lines. She got abundant love from her grandmother, but now she yearns for a bit of love from strangers. Now her life is without love and pride, and she begs for love at strangers' doors. Thus, her present condition is very pathetic.